Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I hope you are as excited as I am because we're gonna see a lot of kittens today. I'm very excited. So we are going to this pop-up store which is a kitten cafe, and they're gonna be here at Abbot Kinney in Venice for 3 months. I believe it's until October. So basically the reason why they're doing this pop-up kitten cafe is because right now it's just kitten season. There's a lot of kittens being born and they are just, they have too much of the kitten inventory and they need people to come adopt these kittens, and they're trying to promote that by doing this pop-up. And I might come home with a kitten today, I don't know, we'll see. But let's go because I can't wait to see all my furry friends. Wanted a black cat.
Yeah.
It's like a void with attitude. That reminds me of Sophie. So let's see if this girl or guy is as scared as her. Oh, Jesus. You don't want it. I can't believe I got it just He looks so sophisticated. Sleepy, but looks very sophisticated.
And his name is Thomas. What's her name? Her little Thomas. And this is her.
Yeah, this does remind me of Asia. I forgot. Oh, that's one. I forgot how like kittens are.
Get a video of this. That'll be good. The girl. I think she's Ruffles.
Ruffles? Oh, okay. This is the one earlier, right?
Yeah, I think it's her. She's furry now.
Parfait? Yeah.
Oh, they has a good cuddle.
She likes to cuddle.
I don't sit properly, so she can sit on your lap. She's back. She's back. She's purring.
She's about to sleep. Oh.
She's finding a landing spot.
Okay, I want her.
You want her? Look at this guy. He looks like a troublemaker. Are you a troublemaker? Come. Hey. I know. Okay, I like this orange one.
Are you going after? I gotta run. The energy level. Yeah, right.
a playful troublemaker kitten, which will bring spice to our life. Basically bring a lot of drama. So which do we want? Hello. Oh, you want my hand? Oh, she wants my hand. Wants my hand. You're a good girl. See, she likes to rub her face on my hands. Okay, I have to get her name. Where's the person? We are back from Abbot, Kinney, and I am just chilling at home, trying to calm down from kitten fever, and also I don't know why I'm pretending my tripod is a mic. So this really begs the question. I'm having a huge dilemma right now, and that is, should I adopt a third kitten? If you guys didn't know, I adopted 2 kittens in 2020 because I thought the world was going to end. And the first one is Sophie, who's super fluffy and whose fur keeps getting in my nose. And the second one is Kasia, who is just preparing to take her 3rd nap of the day. I adopted them both last year when I was getting pretty lonely and bored in quarantine, and I actually documented my whole adoption experience and the whole process, which you guys can check it out right here. So I adopted Sophie in July, and I noticed her getting pretty lonely, and that's why I adopted Kasia like 3 months later. And why am I considering a 3rd kitten? Let's go through the pros and cons. I always like to start with a negative just so we can end on a positive note, and so the very first con would be it would be a lot harder to travel with more pets. So just recently I went on a 2-day trip to Lake Tahoe, and there's a car. I went on a 2-day trip to Lake Tahoe, and I was so worried about my cats that I actually bought like a couple of like those pet cameras to monitor your pets at home. So I bought a couple of those. I left out extra litter boxes, left them a ton of food, and all of this was just for a 2-day trip. So imagine if it was for like a longer vacation. I would have to ask someone to come over and cat sit for me, or I would have to send them to a cat boarding hotel, and both options cost a lot of money. They're both excited.
I know. Need a stroller like that. That's all she wants to do.
Alright, so second point or second con is the healthcare cost, and that is the pet insurances. So this is something very important for me to consider because more pets means more pet insurances, and because I live in America, it's very important that I have that. For example, Sophie had to make a couple of visits to the vet last year just because of various problems that I didn't even predict. For example, one instance she started peeing blood, and that totally freaked me out. And so I got her to the vet, did a bunch of tests, and if I didn't have insurance, it would have cost a lot of money. And so more pets means more pet insurances or more healthcare costs. And the last con is fur. There is a lot of fur, especially in the summer. I think they just like shed a lot, and so there's fur everywhere. Like I have to like vacuum even more frequently now, just wiping all of the counters and all the surfaces. Whatever clothes I have, like this black jacket right here, it's just fur at this point. And so that's the final con. And now we go to the pros, which are more on the emotional side. So first pro is I get a new lifelong companion. Like with Sophie and Kasia now, I don't regret a second of it. I mean, just to provide a little bit of a context, I didn't have a proper pet of my own before. I mean, I had like a goldfish when I was 10, which I overfed and kind of killed, and so that just like was an emotional scar to me, and I never had a pet of my own. Also, my dad was pretty allergic to fur, and so we could never have like a pet in the house. And then when I moved here and went to college, I didn't see that happening because I was barely taking care of myself. I couldn't take care of another living thing. And then when quarantine happened, something sparked in me, and I was like, this is the perfect time to get a pet. don't get me wrong, I did my due diligence. I did a lot of research, I did a lot of thinking, and really, you know, thought about all the pros and cons of getting a pet, which I'm glad I did. And another thing I wanted to mention is make sure if you get like a pet that you're gonna have it for at least a decade or so in your life. It makes me so sad when I see all the news when things are opening up. People are just like surrendering their pets at shelters because they're like they can't commit to the pets anymore, especially for dogs where there's some breeds that are more high energy than others. So for people who didn't do their research and they couldn't keep up with the dogs and maintaining the dogs, they just surrender the pets, and that makes me really sad. So that's my key takeaway from that. And the second pro is just having a brand new kitten at home. It's just that kittens, like, who doesn't love kittens? They're like such a small bundle of joy, and they just bring a lot of chaos. And definitely, like with my cats all grown up now, they've like kind of like mellowed down. So it'll be fun to insert a little bit more chaos into the house and make it like super fun and energetic. And the final pro of all, it kind of relates to the second one, that these cats get like another playmate because of their different personalities. So like Sophie, she just likes to sleep around a lot, more chill, more relaxed, and Keisha likes to be more active. So maybe this third kitten would have a personality that best fits like kind of both of them. And so yeah, those are all my pros and cons. I still can't decide on whether I do want to adopt a third kitten or not. It definitely would take me more than a day to make that decision because it's a very important one. But as of now, it is getting a bit dark. The mosquitoes are coming out to play. So I'm gonna go head home, and I'll see you in the next video.